Hello, everybody. I am yet again Price McKinney, simply put. And as always, I want to thank you for tuning in and listening. We're going to dive right into this head first. I honestly didn't even plan to do this today. I've been sitting on it for a minute because it actually kind of irritates me a little bit to even talk about it, but I have to. Um, Sometimes passion can frustrate the crap out of you. And this is one of those topics relationally that has done that. So we're going to call this, for kicks and giggles, table talk. Because one of the things that I've heard a lot recently, not just recently, but over the years and more recently than ever before, is what do you bring to the table? And I want to deal with that because some along the way we've gotten lost, folks. Gotten completely lost in terms of what relationships actually even are. Between the male and the female. The key word is relate. Can I relate to you? Can you deal with me? Some people say, "Can you handle me?" So the what you bring to the table has become so focused on money and materials that we don't even put any emphasis or value on who the person actually is that you're trying to get with or that you're currently dealing with. And that runs me up a freaking wall because at the end of the day, let's look at it like this. Okay? Clear your table off. I'm gonna clear my table off. Ain't nothing on it. What do we have that we can make a meal with? What do you mean by that? Well, you got you and I got me. Take all the tangibles off of the table and we got to deal with what's right in front of us. And that is you looking at me looking at you. How are we going to handle that? How are we going to deal with it? Because at the end of the day, you've got things that have helped turn you into or create you into who you are. You got your parents, you got your environment, you got your surroundings, your friends, your family, the whole list of things on both sides of the paper, right? So I can't get to know you and figure out who you are, and vice versa, if all we're focused on is what we have tangibly. This is what I'm going to say to the table talk. Turn the table around and focus on the person. Can we, with an empty table, completely empty table, can we build together? Figuratively speaking, table is in the kitchen. Can we go in here and use what we got and create something out of that? If you got a bottle of salt and all I got is Lawry's, or you got flour and I've got sugar, you've got butter, but I ain't got no milk, can we go in here and create something out of what we have together? Can we gather together what we have and build together? And not focus on everything that's money. And don't get it twisted. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not saying money is not a factor. Well, he got to have. I'm trying, folks. He got to make this amount of money. He's got to have this kind of job. And you're going to do what for him? Because here's the thing about men, and I'm jumping the gun, but here's the thing about men, and I'm 51, right? I don't need you for your body. And please understand, dear, if all you have to offer me is your cooch or your crack, you can't help me. My life is much bigger than what I can do in the bedroom. It's way bigger than that. Um, currently as we speak, I am doing what I can to drive all my stakes in the ground. Meaning, the stuff that I have on the inside of me, I got to get it out. And in this particular case, I'm, referring to the poems that I write. So getting them published, put into a book. I just did one. I've got to, fix that. And I've got other ones behind that. So, and simply put, I'm actually working on redoing my logo, all of that stuff that goes into what makes Simply Put, Simply Put. So, I'm looking to build my brand, right? So, if all you can bring me is your body, and I can't sit down and have a conversation with you, on a day, or a week, like, I've been working, I worked today, just got off. And if I can't come home and you be that soft place for me to land, or I've had a bad hair day and I come home and I hit the door and I'm ready to blow a fuse and you can't sit down. And I'm not saying to take the blows or take the brunt of the blows off of me. But what I am saying is if I need to air out and vent, can I trust you to deal with my issues and you not down me, you not belittle me, or you just simply say the classic line that said today, oh, you just need to man up. I already am manning up. I'm talking about it. You understand how difficult that is for most men to do, to even sit down and have a conversation about his internal struggles and the ish that he deals with that he don't talk to anybody about because he has to man up. And if you can't be the female or the person where he can go and lay his head in your bosom and be a kid in the moment if he has to, or if he needs to blow a fuse, if he needs to just simply get it off of his chest without you condemning him, ridiculing him, or criticizing him, you ain't gonna have him. Because I can assure you of this one thing. If all you giving him is the bangables, you ain't the only one he can get it from, dear. Let's not get that twisted. There are countless women out there. There are countless, and this goes both ways. There are countless men, there are countless women. That if all you want to do is have sex, then so be it. Do what you do. But if you're looking to actually have a stable, foundational relationship with somebody that's healthy, that's wholesome, where you and him and her can build and grow together. If all you got to offer is your body, and ma'am, and all you got to offer, sir, are your bucks, y'all gonna be single for a long time. Now, the dash in between that, you have people such as myself who I know I'm not ready for a relationship, and here's why. Because once I'm in. I'm a loyalist to default. So once I'm in, if I got you, I got you. And so when I go into a relationship, it is very intentional. It is purposeful. I have goals that I have set once I get in it. There are things I want to accomplish, things I want to do, things I expect of her. More importantly, what I expect of myself. Because what I'm giving to her, what I'm going to give to her, she ain't gonna get nowhere else. No pun intended, but it's priceless. I'm just saying. So, trying to calm down. What you bring to the table is important. I get it. Your list may be, your list is going to be different than his. His is going to be different than hers. But at the end of that list, there's a common denominator on both sides. You are dealing with a human being who has feelings, who has a heart, who is far more than materials, who has value, whose life is meaningful, who was put here for a reason, who has purpose, and it's up to them to figure out. It's up to us as individuals to figure out what that purpose is. Um, but and I've seen it, I've witnessed it. Having somebody that's in your corner, having somebody that's there for you, helps that process out a whole lot. So again, I'm gonna label this table talk, and this is not all I'm gonna discuss about it. This is just basically the intro. Um, and it really bothers me when I look around and I see the state that relationships are in now. You have this great big pool of women, in particular single women, who, from the ages of like 35, 40-ish on up to 55, 60-ish. And a lot of us have, and I say us because I'm in that same age bracket. There are men too, a lot of men that are single, and a lot of people have come to the resolve, well, I'm just going to be single the rest of my life because there's nobody out there. It's not that there's nobody out there. Let's not get that twisted. You're talking about close to double-digit billions at this point. So it's not that there are not people out there. It's just a matter of our patience is shot at this point. What we see is challenging and frustrating, and it's sometimes difficult to deal with. I go through the same thing personally. But I this is what I do know about me, and I speak for me and myself only. I won't be single for the rest of my life, but for right now, it's on purpose. It's intentional. And then when I decide to hit the market and start looking, I will find what I'm looking for because I know what I want. That's a whole nother topic, whole nother discussion. In wrapping this up, I encourage you to figure out what it is that you want, what you're looking for. Within that, set boundaries, healthy boundaries for yourself. And again, if you're the person that's, all you want is bucks and body, this is not for you. And I'm totally okay with that. But if you're looking for something substantial, you're looking for something, and when I say something, I really mean someone, but, if you're looking for a healthy relationship, a positive, productive, that's not going to be perfect because you're not in the other person, then understand what you bring to the table is. And just take a look at it, evaluate it for yourself. Again, I'm not saying by no means that, the man should be broke and you shouldn't want anything from him. I'm not saying that at all. I would be utterly crazy to even suggest something like that. But what I am saying is, let's clear the table off and start with the person. Start with the individual. Learn that person's personality and go beyond. What is your favorite color? Oh God. So again, learn the person. Let me get out of this. Learn the person. Learn the individual. You bring you to the table. He brings him to the table. And let's go from there. All right. So again, I'm Price McKinney, simply put. I want to thank you for listening. Just bear with me through this. Please be patient with me. And I appreciate all of you. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram. My main platform is YouTube. If you have not subscribed already, it's Price McKinney, simply put. And go there, like, subscribe. It's free, doesn't hurt, doesn't cost a thing. So again, I want to thank you for listening. And I'll see you at the table.